additional money spent.
The figures have to go. Sorry.
The figures have to go for audit, and when they're audited, we'll obviously announce the figures. But it'll be more than that. What I'm saying is, if that 100,000 plus had nothing been spent, we would have been into a small loss.
So a maximum 100 grand loss.
It's less than 100.
Sorry, there's... Okay.
No, I just want to go back to Mark Sims and our friend Mr. Oliver. You're saying that it's not easy to do, that we've got to be chorus. It didn't take us long to get Nicky on the board with a postal vote. Can we not do a postal vote? What we want around
Yes, we could, but at this stage, Mark has indicated he doesn't want to join the board, and we're trying to meet with him to try and change that opinion he has. So, yes, it would be possible by a postal vote.
He said he would do it tomorrow. My last email from him about 3 days ago.
We look forward to speaking to him.
Malcolm, he's asked for the meeting. We will do it as soon as we can. When he's back, he's away on holiday. We're away. As soon as we're back, we will meet with Mark and see if the deal can be sorted out. Simple.
Just going back to Perry there, where I say didn't know about lemon zest. All I will say is I'm a very good friend of Ross Poynton's, and we both know Ross Poynton, don't we?
Yeah, but is that really relevant, Ray?
No, well, and finally, all this talk of investment that we've had this year and everything, would this have really happened if it wasn't for black and gold?
No. I think that black and gold have got, and it's only my opinion, and that's, I think they've got everything to be proud of. I think that if black and gold had not started the movement, we wouldn't have been sat here today with just for them. We would have had the same people who were directors and formed the board at the time when black and gold were formed. And I think black and gold have been very instrumental in bringing change to this football club. And I just hope that from today you can see things, at least the only couple of positives that were in that boardroom are still here.
Can I speak for the pensioners, please?
I'm one myself, so you can.
I'm a pensioner. I used to be a volunteer, and I raised quite a lot of money for the club when they were in difficulties. And I did voluntary work down the football in the community. I went full time down there for voluntary, and then I did full time on the switchboard when they were stuck. I was just appalled how the pensioners have been treated, because the season tickets went up. We have to pay the same as the people who are working, and I don't think that's fair. So could that be looked at, please? And can I ask, how many season tickets have gone? How many of that number have gone to children who haven't had to pay?
I need to check exactly, but it's in the, I think it's in the low 200s, maybe closer to 250. But I'll check that for you. I'm happy for that number to be published. It's not something we hide. We're significantly down on under 9 season tickets this year compared to last. So there's less free season tickets in terms of the under 9 offer this season than last season.
But will you please look at the pension, what the pensioners
yes, we will.
have to pay?
Pick up on that. The football in the community is massive. And it is absolutely vital. You're perfectly correct. It's absolutely vital to get younger people on board. That is the future. Obviously, Stoke City, because of the Premiership thing, have just automatically picked up a lot of floating voters, as it were. But we need to get back on the map and switch those up. Yeah. I think you. Was it the
Question is,
the question is a very simple one. It relates to the fact that we're losing the under-9s, we're losing the kids and the young kids and things are all going off down to the Britannia, to the glory side, and what we're going to do to get the under-9s back in. And I think really it's for Perry to actually come up with a concrete plan to actually get young people back into there and not and there. But before it just,
You're absolutely right. We need more kids attracted to Vale Park, and it's a very big part of the things we're trying to do at the moment. And I think you'll be quite pleased with what we come up with in the very near future on that.
We've been doing a long time now, but can I just ask something? Because one of the things I don't want to do is walk out this door today, another meeting's finished, blah blah blah, we all go off and do our own thing and all the rest of it. I think it's really important that Port Vale has a proper supporters club, that the supporters club are there as the conduit between the board of directors and the fans. And I think that the two meetings we've had so far have been very useful from that. And what I would like to think is that at some point you are going to make a press release in relation to this new investment. Instead of just making the announcement, contact us first so that we can book a room at least as big as this, where that investment can see the fans having the opportunity to ask questions about that investment. I think you've been very reasonable today and you've tried to be as honest as you can with things, but I think the fans have also been very good in not pushing you too hard to try and get you to say about this, that and the other because of the confidentiality side. But we've got to build on this business of talking to each other, you know, and I would just like some commitment from you that you will actually do that.
I thought Perry was going to come on. One of Perry's suggestions that was very successful at the Vault was that he had a monthly meeting with the fans at the Parliament, I think you called it, wasn't it? Quarterly, sorry, not monthly, where you can bring anything to the table, whatever the subject, whether it's a ticketing problem, whether it's a catering problem, whether it's a disabled loose, and we intend to do that on a regular basis. We'll hold it at the club and we'll announce the dates, but you can come up in advance, drop us a note, drop us an email, and we'll have a look at whatever, and we can come back with some answers, and even bring some staff members in who might pertain to your particular problem.
Okay.
Gene, just
put a quick question.
hang on.
We're on it. Yeah, no, but it is. Just want to give a second, okay?
Jim.
Hi, Mike again. Can I just ask you about this investment without actually asking to breach confidentiality? The big headline that no doubt Steve will pick up on is when you actually said this investment will be millions. Are you talking a long-term commercial partnership that may possibly bring in millions? Or are you actually talking about a short-term investment of that nature? And secondly, you just said millions. Can you confirm we're talking British pounds and not Japanese yen?
Just 1 second. Let Perry do it.
Yeah, we're talking about millions of UK sterling, and it's a long-term business plan, and it will also bring in additional sums to the football club, to the money we're talking about. So I think it's fabulous for the club, and I hope that you will as well when we get to the point that we can tell you what it is.
Okay, John. Yeah, I'll come to you in a minute.
Just very quickly on that point. Can you actually state whether it's a revision of an old offer or is it a brand new offer? You're not pushing confidentiality that way, are you?
No, I can't say that. No. Because I think that gives away. What I'm trying to do is not put myself in a position where I can be accused of bullshit. So I'd rather, it's a brand new offer to the club in terms of the agreement that's on the table is brand new.
I don't know about everybody else, but I've been slightly encouraged by today's meeting and what I've heard. And I just feel I've been one of those people that I don't want to attend home matches until there's been change. But I'm sort of I want to go back now. What has the club got in? Are you planning anything to sort of try and entice the people back? Are you going to reduce the season tickets? I don't think that's enough. I think a lot of people would have bought season tickets at the April-May prices, but now they're up there. They're not sort of making any sort of any deal. Sort of saying, don't have to say buy me. I want to go. Or what about the match day pricing? Maybe reduce that because that's going to be quite expensive. The actual walk-up price. Okay. And one thing that my father found is today. He came through the turnstiles and was horrified about the $50 and £11 last year.
Yeah, so 4-1's not enough then, at the moment. You missed a great thing, though. I think that in terms of
That was a stupid comment.
That was
a stupid comment.
I'm not denigrating that one little bit.
That was a stupid comment.
We're not under any rule.
And you should go and sit with your fellow directors or whoever you want, and you should start to put plans in action to make these people go back through them gates.
How many people did you have yesterday? Not many.
Otherwise, it's wordsworthy. I'm sure Gary didn't actually come across it in that way. He said it wasn't been raised again yesterday. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I was trying to get my MG working, so I could have come here in the MG today. Failed. But what I would say is that I think the real commitment from Perry and Mike's point of view, and what we'll see me personally going back through there, is Mark Sims coming onto the board of Fort Vale Football Club. And I think that never mind waiting to Christmas for Glenn, and never mind Bill and all the rest. If we can get Mark Sims onto the board of Fort Vale Football Club, I'll go back. And that's the one that I'm putting. That's I think where I'm thinking it from.
Hang on.
There's a lot of people who were absent.
Yeah, that's you find right. That's the worry. This room isn't packed like it was prior to the EGM, and the worry is that people have just simply now have lost their faith and don't care enough now from there. And it's a huge job to get them back. The club have got to win. The club have got to be engaged. So the club have got to get investment in to buy better quality players to entice people to want to come back through, to think there's a chance of actually doing something. So that's the investment side sorted. But there's also the trust side, and I for one, I think that a lot of us see Mark Sims as being a trustworthy individual, and I think that if Mark Sims on the board, but you are quite right. I mean, it is really worrying, and they should be under no misapprehension, because the old John Amos down at Amel Road Carpets there, although he didn't take his advert in the Sentinel because the Sentinel advertising is far too expensive, Steve. The actual number of people signed up on that wall had over 11,000 years of watching Port Vale. That is an incredibly sad figure. 11,000 years of watching Port Vale, and we aren't coming back through there. But the one thing I would say is, I would lay the reason for that at the door of Bill Bratt, rather than the people who are here today.
Okay, Dave, any questions?
Yeah, just want to make a quick comment. Like the phone on the front row here said, we all want to go back to Vale, which we do. could we have some sort of offer, a sort of a season ticket up until the date when Lloyd has said he's going to resign? Then if he doesn't, then we'll pick up again.